Yo, welcome to another episode of the Keeping It Wood podcast.
Keeping it wood.
That's right, man. This episode is sponsored by Sally's Salvage Yard. Are you tired of dating apps? Well, then you need Sally's Salvage Yard, the place where you can find people that are broken from the streets and from dating in the bar and nightclub scene in OKC. Find true love with a rescue at Sally's Salvage Yard, because even the whole town ran through them. It's your turn now.
Yeah. They're being scrapped for parts at this point.
Damn right. And this is not a real business.
I think you're onto something though.
Yeah, I have so many like these genius ideas, and I just want to let the world know. Like,
Are you ever worried we'll get to that point where we're like 50 and you're just like, all right, dude, I'm just gonna, I don't care anymore.
dude, I'm almost there. I turn 35 here in a couple weeks, and I'm at that point. I was like, I just don't even.
I don't know if I told you this. I got engaged.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to bring this up, that you don't even need to worry about this because you got engaged, bro.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Thank you.
Mazel
to a woman
tov.
too. Despite what all the haters say. She's a woman.
haters.
Pretty good. Which, yeah, no.
She a real woman?
From as far as I can tell.
Okay, cool.
As far as I can tell, I don't have much experience though. Long and hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a quite the woman then. No, yeah, I got engaged last Monday.
That's
so not
awesome.
not too long ago.
How'd you do it? Did you do it in like a really smooth way?
I wanted to. So I was between two things, and
Uh-huh.
one is she lives in a building with a rooftop that's really nice. So I was like, maybe I'll just like somehow get her to come up to the rooftop and propose on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But it's February, so it's too cold. So what we did is I had her come over to my apartment, and this was my idea. Can I have her come over to my apartment? My apartment is normal. We go get dinner. I have my friends come in, set it up, rose petals, candles, and then we come back and I do the proposal. Sounds great. But my girlfriend, she twisted her ankle real bad, so she's on crutches. So that was the plan. We were locked in, dude.
Did you say like, hey, Tiny Tim, will you marry me?
It was just like I still wanted her to see my apartment before, because it's not as romantic if she just comes over and it's set up. You know,
Right.
she has to see it not set up. But I live upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
like on the second floor,
Ooh.
and she has crutch, so I made her come upstairs.
She's like, I just know. I
Before
did. Like,
we-
no, you have to come up the stairs now. Like, and you like don't want her to be like super sus or anything like
Yeah.
that. You know, so you're just like, God damn it! If you like, it's gonna be a great thing. I promise.
Yeah.
Maybe. Were you worried that she was gonna say no, or were you just like, she's
I was
gonna
just
say
like, I was just
yes?
like, she was like, should I meet you at the restaurant or at my apartment? I was like, just meet me at the apartment. And she met me there, and she's like, you want to walk over? I was like, no, just come upstairs for a little bit. And I wasn't proposing at that moment, so I literally just made her walk upstairs. At this point in the evening, she just walked upstairs, literally to sit down for 5 seconds, and then we made her walk back down the stairs to go to the restaurant.
Oh man.
Pretty good.
And she said yes, dude. That's
did say
awesome. Did you like? Were you a little nervous? Like, no.
But we had talked about it.
Oh really? Okay.
I think anyone that asks somebody to marry them without talking about it beforehand is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Did you ever see the movie about, it was a documentary about a guy who he proposed to his girlfriend on the kiss cam of like a college basketball game, and she said no and ran off. And then he was like, why did you say no? She goes, your dick is too small.
Oof.
And so this whole
They made a documentary about that?
And because this whole thing is this guy is traveling around the world trying to find a way, he's trying to find different ways to make his dick bigger. And then it's like right at like the very end, he's like somewhere in like India or something like that, in like this sketchy ass hostel. And the guy's like, yeah, he's like, we can do it. He's like, I'm gonna make this thing ginormous. You just gotta take this fucking dirty ass syringe into the fucking dong. And
He does it?
No, he freaked out.
Ah,
Yeah.
dude,
But-
that's little
Dude,
dick
there's
energy.
like there's like these monks, dude, that had their dicks pierced, And what they would do is put like cinder blocks
Yeah.
on their dicks and
Yep.
then just like wave it back and forth. Like, this is how it gets bigger. And I'm like, you fucking, it's stretching
Dude,
something, man.
First of all, I think every guy on earth has at least considered some sort of dick lengthening procedure.
You know, I always thought, like, growing up and stuff, everyone was like, oh, you know, you got a small dick, got a small dick. And you get on TikTok now and, like, girls are like, no, 4 inches is just enough.
They say that?
Yeah, that's like
No, dude, that's a psyop, dude. That's a Chinese psyop. You gotta watch out for that.
Fucking Chinese are after
Because
us, bro.
there's have you also seen the TikTok of like it's like 2 Japanese ladies or some city in Japan where they're like, oh, we don't care if our husbands sleep with prostitutes. That doesn't hurt our feelings because they're not emotionally connected. This is I'm whenever I see something like that, I'm like, this is put out by some government to make us think that other countries are cooler than ours. Like this is literally just targeting like the dumbest male brain, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I can have sex with other girls too. That's cool. I should move to Japan. That's like,
Dude, that's the whole thing with, like, this polyamorous shit that's going on. But, like, it's like, when are y'all just going to admit to what polyamorous actually is? You don't want to be alone, but, like, you still want to be single.
yeah.
And you don't want to pay the bills all by yourself.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that fucking shit is,
Yeah,
dude. Like
pretty
it's
good.
and it's weird because like therapists, I've talked to 2 different therapists, and they've both said the same exact thing to me. They're like, no, like that's the way to go. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? The first girl I talked to, she looked just like Jada Pinkett Smith. Like to the point I was like,
Yeah.
let me see your ID real quick. I mean,
Yeah.
like the alopecia.
So she was
and all.
toxic. That's what you're
Yeah,
trying to
no,
say.
100%.
Yeah.
But like literally identical to her, like alopecia and all. And bro, I was just, they're like, yeah, it's just how it is.
think-
And the logic, the way that they explained it to me, and I'm like, this is why I don't go to therapy. You know, like,
Wait, so you don't go to therapy because they use logic?
I don't go to therapy because it's too expensive.
That is fair. Yeah.
That's like, I mean, I tried doing like the BetterHelp thing.
Yeah.
And I used the 2 bears, 1 cave code.
Yeah.
It was still like fucking $250 a month.
They just give you Bert Kreischer on the other end.
He's like, listen, man, what you're going to need is you're going to need a vodka soda, okay? And then I'm going to need you to run 6 miles
that-
every day after 4 vodka sodas and then 3 Jack and Cokes. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Those apps, the guys that are working there, they have like 80 clients. They're not able to do a good job. Like while you are getting therapy from a therapist, it's just so diluted. Like there's certain things I've gotten to this point where I'm like, there are certain things that don't need to scale.
Yeah.
We don't need one therapist therapizing 90 people so that some tech guy can make more money.
That's disheartening.
Right? What do you mean?
It's like, listen, man, I really want to help you out, but I got like 80 other people I got to deal with right now. So, like,
Right?
it's like, so I guess my problems are just not that important to you.
How can they be? If you have 90 problems, no one problem is the biggest.
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't know.
I think my biggest problem, it wasn't even like a problem today, but there was a big thing that happened today was the AT&T outage. Were you affected by this at all?
Yeah. AT&T. No, I wasn't.
No.
I'm a T-Mobile. I'm
T-Mobile guy.
mobile gang.
Dude, yeah, it got me.
Did
The
it?
AT&T outage
So what?
got me.
You just couldn't call people?
Nope.
So
Couldn't call.
scammers didn't call you for a day? I
Bro,
get 0 phone calls.
My phone's on do not disturb for most part of the day. You know what I mean? Like
Phones are literally just portals to the internet at this point.
yeah,
Like even when I get a text, I'm weirded out.
I'd rather a text. Like if you call me, it better be fucking important. I have like a couple of my stoner friends call me, and they're always just saying like random ass shit, like, why is Godzilla only 300 feet tall but standing up in the middle of the ocean fighting?
That's a great question.
It's fucking pretty intense. Like I was like, you know what, man? Like,
Well, I guess he swims the rest of the time. Have you?
but like it's like, is his feet just kind of like? And he's like, yeah.
To be fair, his feet are still 80 feet long.
That is very true.
They're
That's
big
he got some big old feet, dude.
Dude, have you seen
They don't make Jordans in that size.
how big the ocean is? How deep the ocean is?
It's very, very intense.
And like Mount Everest upside down isn't even like half of it or
Yeah,
something.
it's not. It's like barely even a quarter of it. I
Yeah.
saw like a TikTok video of that.
Did
the
you
other
see
day.
this?
Yes.
Where they like it's such a great graphic.
It's like, this is where the Titanic is, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, there's still like 4 minutes left of this video, and you're like, oh god, Yeah.
dude, there's freaks down there, dude.
Dude, I just think with that AT&T outage, bro, I was like, I wonder, because I was walking my dog when this happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, I loved it. Like, I grew up in the 1900s,
Yep.
as they say.
Yeah.
Like,
Late 1900s.
yeah, late 1900s, bro. Like, my mom made me get a cell phone when I was a sophomore in high school. Like, she
Oh, really?
made me get one. I was like, I'm perfectly fine.
I wanted one really bad.
Yeah, I really didn't,
Snake,
dude.
bro.
I think so here's what happened, dude. My mom made me get a cell phone after this incident. Like, my buddy and I got really high and we're walking around town. I was
Sounds about right.
sophomore in high school. We're walking around our little town, and we hear someone like yelling like, help me, and we just thought it was like a little kid like playing or whatever. And we're like, whoa, help you. And we're like fucking around, just running all goofy like. And then the closer we got there, we realized like, oh, this is serious. Like, this isn't a kid. Like, this is someone that needs help. And we ran up, and there was this lady. She had long, beautiful hair, and she got her hair cut in like the alternator belt of her car.
Oh no!
And it was on, and it just like kind of just like got her hooked, and she was just sitting there like, help, and we were like, oh shit! Like, I was way too high for that.
Yeah.
You know, this is when I was like first.
Was her car still on?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
And I didn't know what to do.
Turn off the car. I mean,
Fucking, I didn't even. I had barely just started driver's ed like 2 weeks prior to that. You know what I mean?
You're so high. You're like, all right, and then you just run away.
So we didn't know what to do. We didn't have cell phones at that time, and she didn't speak English, and so we had to like run over to the neighbor's house. Like, hey, call 911. We got to help this out. Like, help this lady out. And
that's why you got a cell phone.
And then 7 cops showed up. But yeah, long story long, my mom was like, you need a cell phone now, and I'm like, damn it.
7 cops showed up, and you were high as fuck,
bro. And this is like 2000, like
when it was super illegal.
Yeah. Like, oh man,
the legality of weed has taken a plummet.
Oh man.
Or no, the illegality of weed has taken a plummet.
It's big. But I was thinking today though, I was like, how many couples were fighting over this? Like, why is this motherfucker not texting me back? Like, oh, what is he doing? Who's he with? Like. And it's like, nah, dude, like, there was a solar flare. It was like a solar flare, I've heard. Or
dude, I see, like, weird stuff every once in a while that, like, if there's a solar flare this size, it'll actually knock out all electronics on the Earth for 18 seconds, meaning that, and I'm just like, what the fuck are what are we talking about?
And it's
like, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to say that it's not true, but there's so many things where I'm just like, why are you telling me about this?
Yeah.
But I guess that if it's a solar flare, maybe I should be worried.
Fucking,
I am on board with you with cell phones. I think we need a day where they just like slow down the internet.
Yeah.
And just you have to play outside for a day.
Man, I was walking my dog around the park, and like I was just having a good day, and then because honestly I was like, AT&T just put do not disturb on for me. Like, I don't like talking on the phone anyway. I was like, this is kind of nice, and then all of a sudden I started getting like messages again. I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
You remember 300 text messages? Like when you had text message limits? It was like after 300 messages, it was like 25 cents a message.
Yeah, like I was never really that popular.
I think that's what it should be, though. I think every time you log into Instagram, it should cost you $1. How about that? You pay per play.
Buddy, you are... you're digging in some territory right there, man. You were speaking some. That's controversial as fuck.
I mean, I'm saying this for myself, really.
Yeah.
Because I am addicted to my phone.
I hate to say it, I am too.
So badly.
I've literally had to, like, I muted a lot of people, like their Instagram stories. I don't really like scroll through Instagram that much, but I muted a lot of people's stories. Because I'm just like, I just can't I'll spend 2-3 hours watching all those. And I'm like, God damn it, like, I just wasted so much time. Like, I'm a firm believer that you are the product of what you consume. And so that's why I just stick to like TikTok. And because all my shit is just like manifestation stuff, like positive things.
You're like, that's why
comedy.
I just watch children dance.
Yeah, children dancing, midget tossing.
Have you seen this Japanese song that came out? The Japanese trap song?
No.
Dude, is it so horrible to pull up a Japanese trap song and show you right now?
Wait, can we do it on YouTube?
Oh, absolutely. It's called Team I don't want to get it wrong. It's Team Tomodachi. Oh my god, dude! Team Tomodachi. If you are, you got to check the song out. It's like
That's
Japanese
the
trap.
second. It's the second thing that popped up. All right.
Yeah, dude, this one official music video. Just give it a quick listen. After this commercial.
That's actually a pleasant music. That's pleasant music, though. I'm with
Yeah,
that.
that
All
is
right, here we
nice.
go. Uh. Oh, and they dancing like Chris Brown. Yo,
This is so dope, is it not?
this might be my new walkout song.
Dude, I'm telling you, this song is sick.
Yo,
I'm
that
all in.
is-
I'm telling you, dude, it's a banger.
Oh, that's a banger.
It's so good.
That's a fucking banger, bro. That might be my new walkout song,
Do it,
bro.
do it, dude.
Oh.
That song bops, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that fucking went hard. I love, and then the fact that they're like kind of dancing like Chris
The dance is
Brown.
great.
I see. Here's my thing. I've always wanted to be in a boy band.
Yeah.
And you know our boy like Willie T, dude. You know our boy Willie T.
Yeah. Shout out Willie T.
Yeah, dude. Like we go out and do karaoke together, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit.
He's a performer.
No, he is. He's very, very serious about his karaoke. Like he made me step up my game a little bit too, and I was like, all right, bro. Like, but I've always wanted to start a boy band, and one thing is I've always wanted to learn how to dance like Chris Brown. Like, despite his politics,
Yeah. He's a politics.
I don't. Despite him like beating up Rihanna,
Besides,
dude, that dude is a performer, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you ever seen like his Michael Jackson tribute?
No.
Like he was supposed to do like a Michael Jackson tribute thing, and then they like took him off the show at like last minute or whatever, and like they showed like the clip of him rehearsing for it, and it was so sick. I'm like, bro, that dude is so talented. Like,
Yeah.
I fuck with Chris Brown's music.
Have you heard the Jamie Foxx story about him?
No.
Or they're like at a party and he sees like this young dude like kind of like like feeling himself or whatever, and I think he like challenges him to like a dance off or something, and Chris Brown just straight up does a backflip in the middle of the dance floor. And Jamie Foxx was like, "Yeah, never mind."
Dude, when I worked at the nightclub, the bar that I was at was like on the dance floor.
Do you don't work at the nightclub anymore?
No, part of the ways, man. But dude, like my job
Yeah.
was to get people, like, not just making drinks, but I was hyping the crowd up, dude. I was hopping up on the speaker, getting people hyped
Let's
up,
go.
dude. Like, I mean, I was keeping Icy hot in business, dude, to be
Yeah.
honest, dude. And
Did you like that job sound like? Did you just run into crazy people all the time?
100%.
Was it awesome, or were you like?
There
"Oh my
were
God, fuck
there
this
were there was good and bad things about that job, and there's good and bad people that were there. It was just like you see like the worst of people
place?" Yeah.
in that sense, you know what I mean? But like the whole thing was, I'm sitting there and I'm dancing. I'm like initiating like I'm like initiating like dance offs and stuff. Like I'm like spraying champagne on the crowd. It was a fun job, dude.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, like I just learned how to Dougie like maybe 2 years ago.
One of the greatest internet dances of all time.
But the one thing that I still cannot do was Crank That Soldier Boy.
Oh, really?
And every time that song came on, the whole crowd looks at me, and I'm like, fucking, I have no idea what I'm doing, bro. Like, y'all take this from here. Oh, shit, someone needs a drink? Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, ran away, bro. Ran away.
So, can I ask you about this nightclub job?
Yeah,
Or have you
dude.
talked about it too much on this podcast?
I haven't really talked about it at all.
Was there a bunch of like what's the scene like? Is it like a bunch of like country redneck people? Is it a bunch of like hot Miami wannabe chicks?
Bro,
Is it
yeah.
like guys on cocaine?
Yeah, there was hot, like Miami wannabe style chicks. You know what I mean? Not there were some great people that went there. Majority of them sucked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, when you see like these nightclub posts and stuff like that, like they're like, "Oh, look how busy it is! It's so crazy! This is so much fun!" And I'm like, 10% of those people are buying drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of like what we call bargoyles in the biz. They're just the ones that just linger around and just wait for people to like buy shit for them and stuff like that. And it's just, I mean, there's some good nights. I think I had more good nights there than I had bad nights, but the bad nights still, I was just like, this sucks, you know?
Yeah, you're just.
But also when I was working there, dude, like, I mean, dude, I was doing a bunch of blow. I was drinking like way too much and stuff. And so like,
well, it's that environment, right?
right. You know, it was just so easy. Like you just fucking find shit in your tip jar and stuff like that. And I was just like, I just slowly just got out of that, you know, because I quit doing cocaine over like 3 years ago. I quit drinking over a year ago.
Nice.
And it's just made my quality of life so much better. And I don't really, like, there's things I miss about
Doing a bunch of drugs, yeah.
yeah, there's so many things, man. Like I really
The
miss
high, yeah.
I really miss the 45 seconds of like, wow, this is awesome. Like but no, there's certain things that I miss about it, but
like
I
the
just,
social scene is, I mean, it's like the most social of scenes, right?
well, yeah, it's just when I quit, you really see like how many people just used you for
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, like y'all really didn't fuck with me like at all, other than
Like you getting them into the club.
like,
or some
yeah,
shit.
exactly. Like, oh, we know this guy, he can get us in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
What club was it? Can I ask?
I don't really want to say it
Okay.
on here.
I'll ask you
yeah,
af- I'll ask you
yeah. Well, I'll
afterwards.
tell you afterwards. Like, yeah, there's just, I don't want to get sued.
Chi moda moda chi. Chi moda moda chi.
Yo, so you wanted to talk about male models, bro?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Yeah, well, okay. I
Yeah.
got targeted by my friend's ad. My buddy, he's a male model, and I got an ad today, and it was him. I was like,
Oh,
dude, I
dope.
don't. What the fuck, man?
You're like, good for him.
Great for him.
Yeah,
Happy
dude.
for him. He's crushing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, also, okay, hear me out. There's something I buy clothes that I see guys wear in ads, and then I'm like, oh, I look stupid in this.
Right.
It's a hot guy wearing it, and then I buy it, and it's not a hot guy wearing it.
You're like,
So it's like, yeah,
I could be hot too. It's like, can you?
no, I can't.
Can you?
That's the problem, dude. They shouldn't have hot models. You know what I'm saying? Like Christian Dior, you're the best,
Yeah.
right? Get an ugly guy, get an ugly model, and make him look good, and then I'll buy your $1,000 bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you watch porn and it's like the dude is always ugly, fucking like the really hot girls, and you're just like, that could be me.
Yep,
That could be me.
that could be me. I think that every time. No, I'm just joking.
Here, I'm gonna restart this camera real quick.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's not impressive to me, Mr. Dior or whoever the fuck you are, that you make hot people look hot. You know?
It's not that hard.
It's not impressive. I could do it.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to really impress me as a designer, get ugly models. That's all I'm
ugliest.
saying. Get a 4 and make them into an 8.
Double it.
Now we're talking. Yeah, that was my
If you need like, it's like all those 90s rom-coms
yeah.
where they like, oh, we're gonna have this project and we're gonna make this ugly girl
yeah.
the hottest girl in school. She's gonna be the prom queen.
Head over heels.
Do that, Dior. Do that, Gucci.
She's all that.
Step up your game. And if you need subjects, if you need guinea pigs for this project, we got you.
Yeah, I'm here.
We got you.
I'm available. You can reach me at humz.ah on Instagram.
You used to work for Lululemon.
I did work for Lululemon.
How
yeah.
was that?
I got a lot of clothes from them.
That's what's up.
So I had their discount, their employee discount is 60% off.
Jesus.
I bought so much Lululemon stuff. It was in my entire wardrobe was Lululemon for a little bit. I got tired of it actually.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, my family is well dressed.
Hey, Christmas, you know what they got.
Dude, I went a little crazy. I got my mom a jacket, like I think it was like a $400 jacket, 60% off. So it's like less than $200, like an incredibly big jacket. My mom said that her coworkers were like, where are you getting all these clothes from?
My son, it's kind of
Yeah.
a big deal. Works for Lulu. You ever seen like Pete Holmes when he talks about Lululemon?
No,
And he's always just like, he just the way he says he's like, Lulu.
yeah.
Lulu. It's just he just like cracks up. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, because that was one thing that when we first met that I was like bonding with because I'm a big just jogger fan. Like I love like a good pair of joggers. I've been rocking bird dogs, dude. Like bird dogs are like
bird dogs. They were like, we're gonna make Lululemon pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, make them cheaper.
And they're still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
You know.
Are they the same price? $120?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still, but they're so comfortable. I'm wearing them right now, actually. And
yeah.
Like,
I'm wearing Lululemon pants.
oh shit.
These are athletic joggers.
Hey, bird dogs and Lululemon.
Sponsor.
The ball's in your court.
Hey, Lululemon, sponsor get an ugly male model, aka me.
Yeah.
But dude, that was my buddy that's a male model. He modeled for Lululemon, and I worked for them, so I would get his face on my targeted ads constantly.
Oh damn,
it's crazy.
That's pretty dope though. But yeah, no, I'm a big jogger fan. Like I'm a man of comfort. Like I don't know, and I'm also a big fan of these like pants with the built-in underwear in them.
Yeah,
like it's just
saves you a step.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you jog with joggers on?
I don't really jog.
Also, do you wear underwear under your underwear? Under the built-in underwear?
Some days.
Okay.
Yeah, some days I do. You know, if I want my butt to look a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
At all.
I have no ass.
Yeah,
I feel like most men don't have asses.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know, I think the male ass, it's not something we concentrate on. We're all about biceps.
It's like biceps,
chest,
abs. And yeah, if you have like and now it's a jawline.
Yeah, jawline's important.
Like jawline is very important. They have that one thing that you're supposed to like just like chew on.
Yeah,
it's like supposed to make your jawline
That's
a little bit
bullshit.
better.
That's gotta be bullshit. Because it's your bone.
Right. It's your bone. It's not changing your bone structure, dude. Like,
I mean, you can stick your jaw out if you want a little further.
It's just these fucking like TikTok ads, like the shopping thing. They get me all the time.
Well, they're going into every insecurity that anyone has, and they're like, "Do you want to fix that?
Right.
Do you want to fix that little tiny thing that's not as good as somebody else's? Here, buy this $8 fucking thing from Temu or whatever."
Right.
And then you use it and you're like, it doesn't work. And you're like, oh yeah, because I saw it on a TikTok. This is a sea of bullshit with some useful information in there.
I will say like one thing, like, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like those Instagram ads get me.
They get me all the time.
Oh, and I'm just like, all right, let me look this up. Like, how much is this shit on Amazon, real quick, you know? But one thing that I got, and I tried this yesterday, was because I saw Pete Holmes was talking about it. It was Magic Mind.
What's that?
And it's like this little shot drink, but it has like a bunch of like mushroom stuff in it. Here,
oh yeah.
And he was like, I take it before every show.
Yeah.
And it just, you know,
calms him down a little bit.
Well, it's like it calms you down. It gives you energy and focus is what it was. So I tried it last night before I went to the mic.
Good.
I mean, it was pretty good.
That is some, like, mushrooms have vitamins and whatever. I don't know.
It has like lion's mane, ashwagandha.
Yeah, that sounds spiritual.
Yeah, dude.
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
That sounds like something a fucking witch would tell me about.
You need some ashwagandha to cast the magic spell of the crowd thinking that you're actually funny. This dumb motherfucker's gonna buy it anyway. Yeah, but it was nice. I still want to give it a shot. Like, I definitely want. I've been just like really tired the last couple weeks.
Even like microdosing mushrooms has it's like people use it to focus. Like, it has the capability to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think biting on something really hard will change your jawline. Those are two very different things.
It's like we were talking about like growing our dicks earlier, or like some other people. I'm happy with my dick size. You know what I mean? I've never got a complaint nor a compliment. It's just there.
One person once told me I have a nice dick.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Nice.
It's just like, hey,
not the compliment.
Nice dick, dude. Nice dick. It's like, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Thanks. It's very polite.
Yeah. You know, it's when I was like growing up and stuff, I was like always afraid that like my dick would pop out and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, you're small." Like what's like there's this this TikTok of this kid. It was like, "Your breast stink," and this other one's like, "Yeah, your dick's small," and he goes, "I'm a child, bro. I know." And I was like, "Damn, that kid is so smart."
That's
like,
so funny.
but yeah, there was like the penis pump.
Penis pumps, one of them, yeah.
Like, I mean, did that ever? I've never talked to anyone that used that, and I just
No,
don't.
but-
It doesn't seem like it would work. That had to like cause like some sort of like dick cancer.
Does it pump air out to like vacuum? I don't know. Or it pumps air into your penis? That doesn't sound right.
No,
That doesn't sound right at all.
this is like your dick is farting.
I once saw an interview on Conan O'Brien, and it's Arnold, and he says to grow it longer, you put a weight at the end. I swear to God, he said something
Dude,
like
that's what the Buddhist monks were
That's what
doing.
the
And,
Buddhist
they're
monks
like,
were
and then
doing.
you
So-
just wave it back and forth, and your dick gets
But-
bigger.
that. But 10-year-old Humzah looked it up, and I think that can cause ED if you like stretch your penis out. But I do think it will make it longer.
It's like great dick, but damn,
God damn it.
can't get up, bro.
Yeah.
God,
It's a
dude.
double-edged sword. Big dick, never hard.
We went from male models to talking about dicks again.
That's
Welcome
about-
to the Keeping It Wood podcast.
In fact, every segment will end with us talking about
Absolutely.
penises.
So anyway, you were talking last night about you had a bad experience on the Greyhound bus.
Dude, have you ever ridden one?
Yeah, more times than I care to imagine.
It's so bad. It's literally the trashiest thing in America.
It's the Greyhound bus is a safe space for people who know what meth tastes like.
yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like the unemployment line if it were mobile.
Well, you know what it is, and why a lot of the demographics so bad on that. It's because like big cities like Austin, Detroit, LA, New York, and stuff, they put a bunch of their homeless people. They just buy them bus tickets and send them off somewhere else.
Which I think is bad,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think you should send them all to the same place.
Yeah.
Give them like a town in North Dakota,
Right.
and just see what happens. What's the worst that happens?
That whole town's gonna turn into Armageddon, like the Purge.
Dude, well, no, I don't think. I think they would make their own cute little hobo society. You know, have like maybe their own little small government, a little hobo mayor. That'd be cute. They'd start building little, hobo homes. They would. I think that if you put a town full of homeless people together, I think they might figure it out.
You know what? The logic is logicking on that one, dude.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. Give them some supplies. Give them some wood. Give them some bricks. Like let them figure it out.
A couple loaves of bread and stuff like that.
Couple loaves of bread.
Maybe a cow. Give them a cow.
Give them some cell phone service. Let them order some stuff. whatever
Cricket
they need.
Wireless.
Maybe give them a couple bank loans. Let them. I just think they can figure it out. I don't know. I have. Dude, I'm so dumb. I think of solutions to problems all the time that just. There's no way there was no way that would work.
I mean, fuck, dude.
My solution to capitalism is just, I don't even know if I should you cut this out if it's too crazy.
No.
It's just the richest people on earth, just stab them. Just until there's no more rich people. Just every time you see one on the street, every time you see a billionaire, stab him to death until
Yeah.
nobody wants to be a billionaire. And if we do that to all the billionaires, the money will get redispersed.
The dangers of success is like, damn, like I am so successful. Oh, I got stabbed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Just because then the money will go to his kids, and they're like, "Well, I saw what happened to my dad. I'm gonna give some of this away."
yeah.
Eventually, one of the people will
It's
figure
like
it out.
if your bank account goes above like $1 billion, there's like, hey, guess what, dude?
You better start getting rid of that. You
Yeah,
better start
get rid of
offloading
that
some
money
cash, dude.
somehow. What's that movie? It had Justin Timberlake on it.
Oh, the one
in
with
it.
him and Ben Affleck,
No, I don't think it was Ben Affleck.
where he's
It
like
was-
a gambling guy.
Well, it's like their
Oh,
currency
the
was
out of
live.
time one.
Yeah, that one.
I never watched it, but I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
it's pretty interesting.
Does he get time back at the end?
I don't really remember how that movie ended. I just remember I was like, "Yo, JT, my dude," and then they had like Matt Bomer was in it for like a hot second too.
Who's that?
Matt Bomer, he was in that show White Collar. He was also like Magic Mike and all that. He's just a good actor, man. I think he's a dope dude. But he was in it for a second. But yeah, it's like fucking the way that everything's going nowadays with technology. I wouldn't be surprised in the next 30 to 40 years that
You think
that's
we're
how
gonna get times?
I think
Dude, did you see
I think cash is about to be like no longer a thing.
Dude, I think we have to keep it though.
Absolutely.
How else
100%.
how else are we gonna buy drugs? Well, they made drugs legal. So you don't
Venmo.
even need. Yeah, but Venmo you can still track transactions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like cuz like strippers are even starting to put like QR codes on the back of their heels.
Homeless people got QR codes.
Shut the fuck up.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Dude, in New York at least they'll be like, yeah, they'll straight up have
That's not
like
a homeless person.
Venmo.
That's
Well, they'll have
that's an
cell phones.
entrepreneur.
Hustling, dude.
See, like I lived in New York for a little bit, and like I have a total different perspective of homeless people after living there.
Why is that?
Because there was like one day I saw this guy, and he was in like this is the 14th Street bus station, and he was just like, "Oh man, it's so cold. I need a pair of shoes." And this dude was like, "You know what size you wear?" And he pulled out like a fresh pair of Jordans, gave it to him. It's like, "There you go, man." It's like, "Cool." The next day, I went back to that same station, same dude out there, no shoes. "Oh man, I really just need a pair of shoes." I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, bro."
Yeah.
Like you had like it was like a pair of Jordan Retro 3s that you got. I was like, "Dude, those are like fucking $300,
Yeah.
you dickhead."
And
like,
he got $20 for them, and he probably ate a sandwich.
I would have
and-
bought those for $20.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people. Somebody did.
Yeah.
But say you give a homeless guy a brand new pair. We're talking a lot about homeless people, and I know nothing about them. But say you give a homeless guy a brand new pair of Jordan 3s, and now he's still asking for money. People are gonna be like,
Actually, can
Bro,
let me borrow $1 from you.
"Yeah, like, bro, you got $200 shoes on. How
Yeah,
are you? What are
fuck
you?
off."
You know? So it's almost like working against him."
You know what my thing I do to like get people or homeless people away from me is I dress just like them. Like for the most part, dude.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, like for the most part, like I dress like a bum. Like if I'm not like at the comedy club or doing a show or something like that, I'm dressed like a fucking bum. I'm in like raggedy ass sweatpants, like
Good look.
a dirty ass hoodie and
Yeah.
stuff. And then
Yeah.
if they like question like whether or not I'm homeless, like if they don't feel like I've blended in with them enough,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, he smells like Versace cologne. That's my fault for forgetting
Yeah.
to not put that on. But if like they're like, no, you're not one of us, I piss myself.
yeah.
I just pee
You
all
out
over
homeless
myself.
them right in front
And
of their
they're
own eyes.
Damn, yep, he is one of us. You know? And then they leave
Well,
me
you
alone.
might have a home, but he is insane.
Well, there's like homeless gangs down here.
Really.
I found that out
They're
too.
forming communities, dude.
Yeah.
And
So
that's-
your communities are
That's what I'm
already.
saying, dude. Imagine a gang is so close to being a company. It's just their job is crime. That's the problem. You give them a warehouse, who knows what they can come up with? You give them a warehouse in North Dakota in their own town and lawlessness. They're gonna do something.
Oh my God! I just put something together. The Crips are Pepsi and the Bloods are Coca-Cola.
There you go.
Oh my God!
There you go.
Oh, that just fucked
They
me
could
up.
have been that. They could have been, but they decided to. I don't know. Sell drugs, dude. Also, like, I wonder if drug dealers are having a hard time with the legalization of drugs. Like, we're 20 years away from mushrooms, cocaine, maybe. I think cocaine will be legal in our lifetime.
Yeah, I think, man, it's just I think
Decriminalized, I should say.
It would be like probably decriminalized a little bit in a small amount. Man, I was talking to I have a friend who's a police officer, and he was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, fentanyl and cocaine has gone up like 150% in the last 2 years, just in this city alone.
Yeah.
And he was like, there are so many deaths that are happening over
Yeah.
this shit. So he's like, oh, it's crazy. A little fent, dude. A little fenty.
People, because that shit, have you seen, like, the death amount of fentanyl?
It's like this. It's like smaller than our pinky now.
Crazy.
Yeah, that shit's scary. Like I'm to the point now, dude, that like with weed, I get my weed from one of my buddies who grows it. I know how he grows it.
Straight from the farm to table?
Yep, I get that. But if people are like, "Here, man, you want this pre-roll?" Nah, dude, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like
You can't trust random weed.
no.
It's too strong.
No, there's like people that always want to like, "Hey, you want to hit this joint?" No, I'm good, dude. I don't want you roll that type shit. You
Yeah.
know, like. I
You're
just
worried
kinda-
about fentanyl in the weed.
Yeah, because I mean, they could literally just be put in anywhere. I just
Yeah.
rather like for me, dude. Like I don't know. I'm more of like I just want to smoke at home type
Dude,
guy.
the last thing I want to do when I get high is talk to other people.
Mm.
I'm such an introvert when I get high.
Yeah, I'm. Uh, I just rather just get high and just watch some TV. Like I've got a buddy, dude, and he like trips on mushrooms and acid and watches fucking scary movies and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you
Horrible
are
time.
Yeah, and he loves it. Like he's one of those guys that like he wants to like when I'm tripping on like mushrooms or something like that, like I want to go outside. I want to watch like a Pixar movie if I'm
Yeah.
inside, or I just want to like listen to good music, have a good time and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like this dude wants to like go to like dark corners of his mind and like
What is he
go
trying to find there?
exploring. Dude, he is just trying to
What's his job?
he's a business owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he's looking for new opportunities.
He is trying to contact God.
Oh,
Is
really?
What it is. Like he's like
He's a religious guy?
yeah. I wanted to say like I don't know if he's like too much religious. I think he's just trying to figure shit out to where he's just like, no, I want to talk to aliens.
He's getting high and trying to find God in there.
He's
like,
just
"Where are
trying
you,
to find like
motherfucker?"
answers to the universe
I
or
know you're
something,
in here
dude. I don't know. Speaking of like getting high, do you want a cookie?
Is it a weed cookie?
No, no.
Is there white chocolate macadamia nut?
I think I got a white chocolate almond something. Are you allergic to anything?
I don't know. Their white chocolate macadamia nut cookies are so fucking good.
Where from this place?
Yeah, Tip Streets.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, I think that's what I got. That's you. That's all you, dog. I got an M&M cookie. I just like snacking, bro.
Delicious.
Like ever since I quit drinking, man, I just rather just eat snacks.
You gotta have something.
This is my vice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important to have a vice. I remember like reading something where it's like if you're trying to replace a bad habit, you need to like replace it with some sort of positive enforcement. Anytime I have a good day, like I work out, I eat healthy, I always like end up buying myself some sort of treat.
Yeah.
Cookie.
It's nice, man. Yeah, this little Tip Streets place
So
is pretty
good.
dope.
So good.
Dude, big fan. You wanted to talk about Ryan Walters.
Dude, who the fuck is this guy?
I looked him up a little bit. He's like a senator or like something.
He like works for the education board.
He wants to ban porn or something, right?
Yeah, so every time, first of all, every time Oklahoma makes the national news, I haven't lived in Oklahoma since 2015. Not consistently, at least.
Dude, he just looks like a fuckboy.
Every time Oklahoma's on the national news, it's always bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Ryan Walters, he's the Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Instruction.
So this guy's saying he's like, and then this is the problem, is he just keeps saying general stuff that you can't disagree with. He was like, oh, Edmond Public Schools want to allow porn in the schools. And it's like, okay, that sounds terrible. Nobody wants porn in the school.
Yeah.
First of all, they have it. To begin with, they have porn in schools. Every kid has a cell phone.
He's a porn obsessed. Oklahoma schools are fighting back against porn obsessed superintendent. That's what Rolling Stone said a day ago. This guy looks like he was real upset about the Alex Murdaugh trial results.
Who's that?
Alex Murdaugh's a guy, like he was like a rich lawyer judge guy. They made like a documentary series of him on Netflix, but like his kid like got drunk and killed this girl in like a speedboat accident. Like he was just driving drunk, and then like there you go, like this guy was drunk as fuck and killed this girl, and then they like covered it up to where like they're like, no, he actually wasn't driving. They're like, wait, what the fuck? And then come to find out the dad ended up like killing his mom and his son at the end. It's a fucking crazy thing. But there are still people that are like, no, like he's innocent.
Dude.
God, this dude looks like looks like he would fucking drug someone at a Kings of Leon concert.
Yeah.
Like, look at that guy. It's like, you know that guy. Like, you do not want to get a Bacardi
That
Coke
guy-
from
that
that
guy-
guy.
Yeah, he looks like he does cocaine and watches someone fuck his wife. That guy is no good.
Dude, there's this one senator guy or someone who works for the government here, is on some board or whatever, but he was like acting an ass out at this bar down the street, and they're like, yo, dude, like, you gotta go. Like, it's 2 a.m. He goes, nuh-uh, I make the rules here. I make the laws. I don't have to do what you all say. Like, I'll fucking stay in here if I want. And the cop showed up. And they're like, no, dude, like, you got to go. And so, like, they have him on, like, body cam. He's like, I'm going to have all your all's fucking jobs. You don't even know who you're dealing with and stuff. And then, like, the government was like, nah, dude, like, we're pretty much done with you. Like, I mean, you're silenced and stuff. But I had to deal with that guy before, too. Like, he was like...
Dude, it's such a head trip. But this guy,
Ryan Walters, sorry. Yeah.
So he kept saying, he's like, I want to ban porn in schools. And it's like, okay. And then you find out he's talking about, like, The Kite Runner, the book, which is like a critically acclaimed book, and it does have something about sex. Like, there's like a scene of like sexual assault in it, which is like, I think, one of the big, like, you know, points in the book.
Right.
But it's also like, isn't The Great Gatsby just about fucking? Isn't 1984 a big part of it? Is they fuck?
Yeah.
Like, so much of those books are having sex.
People fuck, bro.
It's also like, why I don't. First of all, if the kids are reading porn, let them. The kids aren't reading at all. So, like, if they read, good. Honestly, good. Put 50 Shades of Grey as a fucking book that they have to read for all I care. As long as they can sit down and actually finish. I can't finish a book.
You know what? My friend was telling me that she is trying to write this paper about how, what was it? Like, people aren't reading as much, but they still have, like, Kindles and, like, the Amazon book and stuff. But there's no statistics about how many people are using Kindles or something like that. There's no statistics of it. So she's like, I'm having a hard time trying to write that. But
Interesting. Yeah. It's just some, like, part of it's just not tracked in society. So they're like, I don't know. Amazon knows.
Amazon knows, dude.
Amazon knows everything, dude.
Amazon, man, interesting people.
But yeah, and then he hired that. You know what Libs of TikTok is? It's like an account that just, like, every time some ridiculous liberal person posts something about, like, I don't know, you know, like, my cat is vegan or whatever the fuck, you know, they'll, like, repost it and make fun of him. They hired the lady who runs that account to be a part of our education school board, and, like, dude. I swear, I love Oklahoma so much, but every time I see it on the national news, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to defend this place?
Right.
Like, I see something and I'm like, who would do that? It's literally like they're just doing PR moves to be assholes to liberals, and that's his entire platform.
Yeah.
Where it's like, that's not education. You're barely talking about education. You're just, like, owning the fucking left, which is fine. I mean, if you want to, great. If it makes the schools better.
Right.
But you're not doing anything. And then, did you see the last part of it?
Nuh-uh.
Some girls, like, beat the shit out of some kid who I guess was, like, non-binary or something. And the kid's dead now. So now those girls are going to go to jail, I assume.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. It's like that story. It's like the boat guy.
Yeah. That's fucking... I don't know, dude. I just want people to be happy and do whatever the fuck they want. I don't know.
But there's no money in happiness, dude. That's the problem. No, that's not true. There's less money in it's less easy to make people happy. It's easy to make people mad. Like, literally, it's so simple to make people mad.
Dude, it takes almost no effort. Well, actually, you know what? No, I think it takes more of an effort to act like an asshole.
In certain situations,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, for instance, like, you know, like my like I told you earlier, like, they're, like, fixing up all the damages my dog did as a puppy and stuff, and it's like, it's taking forever. I'm not gonna lie, but, like, it's like the dude just has so much other stuff going on, and I'm like, I get it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to be, like, patient with them. It's like, and if I literally was just like, nah, fuck this, get this shit done today. If I was a dick, that just makes things so much worse. And I'm like, it's gonna get done when it gets done. You know, like, I don't know.
Part of it is, like, being an asshole gets you attention because people want to solve problems. So when you're an asshole, they see you as in a problem, and then you're the guy that's being talked about. So you automatically become one of the top, like, popularity wise.
Yeah.
It's such a, I don't know. I just wish things were boring again. Nothing's boring anymore.
Everything's exciting.
Everything's exciting. The news shouldn't be exciting. I shouldn't see a debate and be like, let's fucking go. I shouldn't feel
Right.
that. I should be like, oh, okay, I guess I should watch the debates as like a citizen.
Right.
But no, I'm like fired up.
Yeah, like, let's go.
I'm like, let's fucking go.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I have the question of the week. This is the would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather be chronically overdressed or underdressed?
Ooh, overdressed meaning like wearing just
Like-
too nice formal of clothes.
Like you're gonna walk into McDonald's with a fucking Gucci suit.
Okay, I think that's the one. Because realistically in life, I'm chronically underdressed.
Yeah.
Just as a person, I'm chronically underdressed.
Right.
I had a job interview today. I wore a T-shirt to it. You know, I don't do that. Which in my mind, I'm like, that's how things should be.
Right.
Like if I go to work, I should be able to wear a normal T-shirt. You know, not a raggedy one, but
Right.
you know, a T-shirt. But if I almost want to choose overdressed just because that's what I want. Like I wish I was a sharper dresser. Like I see guys like, you know, who have style. I was watching something today about haircuts, and he was like, "Oh, if you have this like French fade, you're like, you know, really good at pulling stuff off. If you have the buzz cut or like the buzz fade, you're like following trends and you're always up to date." And then he came to my haircut, and he was like, "If you got this, you got it in 2012, and you just haven't changed since."
You're like so excited. It's like get to me. And it's like, fuck you, man.
And he was right. He nailed it. I haven't done any. I don't. We're back. What I was saying is I just don't put any effort into my looks, really.
Yeah.
So I like in this situation where it's like if I have to do one, I would rather be overdressed because then it's like a makeup world where I just look good all the time.
Yeah. I always try to. I think I'd go chronically underdressed, to be honest. Like, I'd rather just show up and then be like, oh, I was supposed to wear that?
Yeah.
My bad.
Because the homeless people,
Yeah. 100%. Because then at some point,
pissing yourself in nice clothes would be bad.
Yeah, I'm going to roll up in a fucking Versace suit and fucking pee myself at the Met Gala.
Yep.
And someone's going to give me $1 and it's going to be fucking awesome.
So-
Maybe a pair of Jordan Retro 3s. That'd be cool.
Chronically underdressed though, so like if you're going over your buddy's house where you would wear a T-shirt and jeans, what are you showing up in?
Oh, I'm just like,
Tank top, swim trunks.
yeah, probably like, yeah, just swim trunks, dude. I might not even be wearing shoes,
Yeah,
bro.
you're flip flops and swim trunks forever.
Like, if I'm going over to my buddy's house, we're just going to like smoke some weed and fucking,
Yeah.
you know, watch Trapping in
If you're
Japan
going to
or
a
something.
swimming pool and you're underdressed, that's gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, that's a
That's gonna
felony.
that's gonna get you in
That's when you
trouble.
have to register online or something. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I was notorious for a long time about, you know, I'd always wear Speedos at pool parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was a big,
Hilarious.
it was
It's a
great.
great bit.
But you know how many times? You know what though? You know how many times I got body shamed for that? You know how many
'cause you
people are
got a
like,
big-
"Oh my god, disgusting! He's wearing a Speedo," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Get fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Get
Did
fucked."
you have a big bulge in it? Is that why?
Nah, man. I mean, I guess you could try to say that I was trying to get people to indulge in the bulge,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Were there kids around?
No.
Okay, then that's fair
Well,
game.
that's the thing. It's like, you know, when I'm at my pool over here and stuff, like, you know, I like to go tanning and stuff.
Yeah.
And some days, like, I just want to, like, just wear the Tiger Speedo and just kind of really just get, like, a good. I want
Get
to
a
get
tan.
rid of the tan lines of, like, above my knee and stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually just got some, like, Hoochie Daddy swimming trunks.
What was that?
Just, like, really short.
Oh yeah, I like the short shorts, dude.
I like them, dude. I love short shorts, bro.
Yeah.
I love showing off a little leg.
Look, I got good legs.
Yeah, dude, my calves are fucking great.
Let's go.
My calves are fucking great. You know what's funny? Where I was at the open mic last night, and I was like bragging about my calves because I've been walking so much
Yeah.
like the last couple weeks. I'm like, dude, my calves
Let's
are
go.
so, yeah, they're so nice. And then I looked at like Ava's, and I was like, I told her, I was like, yo, Ava, like your calves are fucking calving, bro. Like those things are gnarly. And she's like, yeah. I was like, she's like,
She was like-
feel I like touch your calves. It was like fucking, they were rocks, dude.
Yeah.
Ava got those fucking rocks
Yeah,
on
she's-
her legs, dog. Like those are boulders.
I wonder what those come from. Her just like kicking people's asses or something.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. Dude, Ava probably like, Ava would knock a dude out.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. I could see Ava just like fucking Ronda Rouseying a dude and just knocking him the fuck out at a
She
bar.
could go MMA if she wanted to.
Oh yeah.
If
I could see Ava
yeah.
just like wearing like fucking like cornrowing her hair up, get the little mouthpiece in, like, you know. Oh damn.
I love you, Ava. Don't beat me up if you ever listen to this.
Dude,
Jake's gonna edit
it's just
that
gonna
part out.
happen. Nah, dude, fuck it. Like Ava's gonna beat it. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck, y'all are talking about me on the podcast again?" Actually, I'm gonna have her back on again soon.
She
that's the
works
thing.
at Bricktown now. She was working there last night, right?
No.
No.
I don't
Oh, I
think-
thought she was working there for
No,
something.
no,
Well, she
no.
said she like serves tables, and I thought she was working.
Yeah,
there.
she works at another restaurant. But
Gotcha.
yeah, there's really actually there for a while, man. There was a lot of comics that were working at the club.
Makes sense.
And yeah, absolutely. But now there's only like a couple.
Dude, I want to get in at Bricktown so badly, and they won't answer my emails.
Dog, it took me, like, I've been going to that club since it first opened, and I'm within the last like year and a half or so, like I've really just kind of gotten into like, or I'm getting booked consistently and stuff. It's just because I'm trying to get booked into like other clubs and stuff. Like I'm trying to get into the Looney Bin in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And my friend that, because I submitted and stuff, I emailed him like, I'm not gonna like harass this dude. You know what I mean? I don't want to be annoying to this person. Like, I get to an extent that like closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
But like at a certain point, like I don't want to be
Yeah.
the annoying
Loud
guy.
mouths get
And
shut
then-
down also.
Yeah. But like my friend told me, he was like the manager of the club now is just like, watch this, and he like turned his phone over, and it's just like ding 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 ding, like constantly, just like so many people hitting him up, and it's like,
For text messages or
yeah,
emails?
text messages, emails, like everyone's just trying to get in.
Yeah.
And
How many messages is too many? Because I've
3.
emailed Bricktown 3 times in 2 years.
Oh, I thought you meant like how many times like to text me. There, I was like, that's too many. 3. No, that I don't know.
I did the mic last night. I'm like, all right, just do good material and maybe they'll see you. Because I was like, Akash Singh is there this weekend. It's like, he's a brown guy. I'm a brown guy.
We can be brown together.
I could be on the show.
Yeah.
I fit but I don't know. We'll see.
No.
Maybe I got to email him again. But I'm in town 3 weeks a year, So
Right,
it's like,
right. It's, as I said, like a lot of the times, like, I don't know.
Are you doing Othello's?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I'm not really into comedy contests, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal.
it's for me, like I'm only in competition with myself.
That's a good way to be about it.
Like, and if someone is trying to compete with me, bro, like you're gonna lose every time.
Hell yeah.
'Cause I don't care.
Fair warned.
Yeah,
because
you did beat me. Well, yeah. I mean that. The
You were in
best
it the year
advice-
I was in it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best advice that I've ever gotten about comedy is from my buddy Paul Varghese. And he was just like, do what's fun. Do what is fun, because doing comedy is not supposed to be stressful. And
Yeah.
that's like the best advice I've gotten. And I have to like bring myself down a lot. Like for a while, man, like, I would get, it's so easy to get like bitter about like, oh, why so-and-so get this show and not me?
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, it's not your time. It's just,
Yeah.
it's like the right show, the right things will always find you.
Yeah, I think if you are, I like what Schultz said this on his podcast, I think, where he was like, if you're in the game long enough, you'll get a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get that shot, you have to have the like material library of things that can really capitalize on it.
You have to be ready. That's like, I use like basketball analogies for everything in life.
Yeah.
And one is like, you always have to be ready.
Yep.
Like I am always prepared. Like if there's like a show, like a one-off show or something like that, or at certain points, like I wait to like get high or do anything
Yeah.
until like a certain point. Cause I'm like, at any point
Yeah.
I could get
You
called.
ever go on stage high?
I used to, and then I like quit doing it for the longest time. Like I really don't like doing that, especially as a host, because I really just, you don't want to fuck up as a
Yeah.
host, you know. But
Yeah.
I really don't like that much. Like, I mean, I can. I don't know if I don't think I've found like the right balance of it.
Yeah.
I think once I get like, I think I'm getting to the point now to where I'm like very, very comfortable in what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm very comfortable. Like when I walk on stage, I'm like, all right, I know
Yeah.
how this is gonna go. Um, I don't know. I
I-
think once I find that balance, like there's some headliners that I've worked with that are just fucking chiefing, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And there's other ones that are like, don't you dare like smell
Yep.
like weed coming in here type
Yep.
shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm cool with it. Either or I'm cool with, you know,
Yeah.
just
As long as the product's good, it doesn't. To me, at least, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. Like, if you can get super high and go up on stage and rip, it's like I'm. Part of me is jealous
yeah.
because if I get super high, boy, I'm going home.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna stay at a
Yeah.
club. Go walk in front of 200,000 or 200 people.
Yeah.
200,000 people. That would be crazy.
Mm.
What's your favorite show you've done in Oklahoma?
You know what? I'm probably gonna go with the Kyle Kinane show. when I
Yeah,
opened
dude,
for
that's
him.
so sick. That's so sick.
I was so pumped, so grateful I got to work with that dude because he's so, God, man, like that dude is,
He's a G, dude.
he's he's one of those dudes that like, when he talks, everyone in that room listens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, he's just very just chill and he's so insightful. Like,
He's like
there's some things I'm just like, I don't necessarily like agree with you on that, but like I understand you. Like you can like disagree with a guy on something and still be like, oh man, like I love that guy still.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And I think that's a very like good quality that I think people need to.
He's also a
have these
voice
days.
we all grew up with. Like literally, he was the voice of Comedy Central,
Yeah.
and that was all I watched as a kid,
Mhm.
or like 90% of what I watched as a kid. So it's just like, oh wow, he was like in LA doing the fucking thing in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And now he's just like touring. It seems like he's like still funny. I mean, Whiskey
Dude, his
Chris was good.
new set is fucking incredible.
Really?
Oh my god, it's so good. And the next one, man, like I mean, like Josh Blue was a lot of fun. I really had fun with him. I've learned I learned something new from a headliner. Like every headliner I work with, I learn something new from him, right?
Yeah.
And, but a really cool one I had was Pablo Francisco. I did that weekend with him, and what was so cool about that whole weekend was like when I was growing up, I would go to sleep watching Comedy Central, because of like the Girls Gone Wild infomercials,
I'm aware, yes.
get that little skeet action in, dog. But then when I would like wake up the next day, like there would be Comedy Central specials playing, and a lot of times, sometimes like Pablo Francisco was on, so it was like that was cool. But then, the feature, C.R. Parsons, I don't know if you know that guy.
I know the name.
Okay, yeah, he was the one to bring me up on stage. He was hosting the Looney Bin open mic the first time I ever did comedy at like a comedy club.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So it was like a cool like full circle moment in that. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I've done a lot of like really, really fun shows, but to answer your question in the longest way possible, the Kyle Kinane show was great.
Yeah.
The Tulsa Club is amazing.
And then, yeah.
It's weird, man. Like we're at this time of this day and age of comedy where it's, back in the day, to get famous as a comedian, you had to have like a late night appearance or you had to have a sitcom or some shit like that. And it's like now it's like you have 250,000 followers on social media. Like you're going to pack a room out.
Yeah.
So and one comedian told me this. I haven't worked with anyone that wasn't doing stand up before they got famous off TikTok.
You haven't worked with anyone that hasn't done stand up before they got famous on TikTok. So they were stand ups first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for instance, like Leah Rudick.
Okay.
She is fucking hilarious. Her and her brother Andrew are like the sweetest people. But I talked to it's just like they were both doing stand up, and then Leah was like, "All right, well, I'm in this like lockdown and stuff. I'm gonna start doing these little characters."
Yeah.
And then she like blew up, but she's also like putting out like stand up clips as
Yeah.
well. And then she just blew up, and now she has like an Amazon special.
Oh wow.
And but so someone had told me they're like, it's good to work with those comedians that, you know, they started just doing these videos, and they're like, wait a minute, I can make more money if I go to comedy clubs
Yep.
and do this.
Yeah, dude.
So I haven't worked with those people yet, but someone was like, you would love to do that, because what happens is you end up showing them up,
Mm-hmm.
and then the crowd's like, wow, like those guys are funnier than that person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna start following that person now.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah.
I haven't worked with anyone like that.
Until tonight.
No, I really hope. I bet he's gonna be a cool guy.
I'm sure he's funny, dude.
Yeah, I worked with someone this last week, and I told him I was working with him. They're like, oh no, he's a great dude. So
Nice.
I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah, if you can find out if they pay for his travel and stuff, that would be cool.
Yeah, as like a headliner, for the most part, I feel like they do.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I feel like there's also different levels of headliners.
Yeah,
Like there are some people where I feel like maybe if they're coming through, they'll be like, okay, we'll book you.
right,
But we're not going to fly you out.
right.
So who knows?
No, it's great, man. Dude, thank you so much for Humzah. Where can we find you? What are you doing? Like,
yeah.
what's up?
Great question. You can find me at humz.ah on Instagram and TikTok. Biryani_Papi on Twitter. I don't use it. But please catch me in New York or Oklahoma doing comedy. I'll be at the Alaska Before You Die Festival, if anyone is listening to this in Alaska, April 4th through 7th.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How do you like I'll just touch on this subject like real fast, but like what's the difference between doing comedy in New York and Oklahoma?
New York is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just not doing. I'm doing small shows. I'm doing like bar shows, produced shows at clubs, and open mics there. Oklahoma, I'm doing open mics and produced shows here, but the crowds are easier here. If I'm being honest, people are just more excited, more ready to laugh. New Yorkers are very little stuck up in that when it comes.
Yeah, I'd like talk to someone that lives up there, and it's like, man, it's like you were gonna get. You're gonna spend more time hanging out with comics trying to get stage time than you are actually gonna get stage time. And that's kind of how, like, I don't know. A lot of people that I've worked with here that have rolled through here has been like, dog, stay here. Like travel
for sure.
but like stay based here, because like, I mean, Austin is just oversaturated from what I've heard.
It seems like everyone moved out there. Yeah.
And it's just like one of my friends was telling me, they're like, yeah, we don't even do open mics in Austin anymore, because it's just like you got 60 comics that are just there, ready to do their 3 minutes.
Yep.
Like there's no audience members there. That's why I'm just like, man, like.
I mean, if you're in a club like Bricktown, you got a good situation.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a really good thing going on. I'm very, very grateful for them, for Bark Entertainment and.
Thank you, dear Bark Lords. Please consider Humzah. Consider him to be a comedian at your club. He won the 2022 Othello's Open Mic Championship or whatever. Is that time done?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he did all that. Right now, this is now just going to be the Keeping It Wood podcast logo. Yeah, this is actually the longest podcast we've done, dude. This has been so much fun, dude. Thank you so much for coming out. Yeah, guys, jjwoodcomedy.com. Check out all the upcoming show dates on that, at JJ Wood Comedy, all that good shit. You guys have a good night. Love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all.